Good morning. Happy Wednesday. I'll wait for a second for everybody to come on here. And I'm ready to paint. I did not even let you know I was painting. I had such a busy day yesterday that I don't even know that I opened up Instagram again after I posted whatever I posted in the morning, which I don't even remember what it was. I don't know what I worked on yesterday, but it went by in a whirlwind. Good morning, Barb. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Laura. Good morning, Shelly. Bom dia from Brazil. Hi, Angel. Hi, Sharon. So, how's everybody doing? Hello from the south of France. Lucky you, Cindy. Is that where you live? I'll be there end of next June in the south of France. Can't wait. So, I just, I'll show you what we're going to paint. And I think I'm going to play with, we're going to see how this works. Because I keep feeling like I need to switch things up. I don't want you guys to get bored and not want to come see me on Wednesday morning. So, hi, Betsy. So what I'm going to do, I have a bird that I want to paint here. Let me turn this around. Sorry. So, oops, how handsome. And I think what I'm going to try is using only a few colors as my, my light on in the back there. I was working on getting things ready for. I have an art show this coming weekend in Lidditz, Pennsylvania, which is only 10 minutes from me. It's a most charming little town. So if you're in the area, come see me. And hopefully Sherry Bear will be there too. She's here listening. And that's why that crazy light's on in the background. What a mess. But I don't like everyone to see how messy my studio is. But if you're artists, you might also have messy studios and be completely understanding of it. But I think I'm going to try just to use, I got out 4 colors. And I think I'm going to do all different transparent colors on the background, like I do sometimes. And then mix my my more opaque colors with using only 4 colors. So let's see how this goes. Because this looks, well, I need a green background? I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Let's try not to. It's still raining in Texas. I think we're going to have a little bit of a rainy day here too. I'm hoping to get it on a walk today. Trying to work on getting my exercise, and geez, it's hard sometimes to fit it in the day. This crazy thing is in the way more than usual. But when I turn this around, this whole contraption, so that that's not in the way, I can't read what you're writing to me. But let me try and do it anyway, because that's going to drive me crazy. So I'm turning the whole thing around. Hopefully I can still see your words and the little, I don't know that, now why is it so large? I hope this isn't a sign of the way my day's gonna be. It might be. It's all right. I'm gonna turn it back around. Sorry about this. I don't know why it's in my way. Maybe I have it turned wrong or something. And then when I put my phone in the holder, it always thinks I want to turn my phone off, and then I get that emergency call thing coming up. Nobody wants that. All right, it's just going to have to be there. It's not usually there. I don't know why I can't get rid of this. I need someone very smart here to help me get rid of that. Okay. So I'm going to try, we'll see, this might not happen, but I'm going to use transparent colors in the background, fun colors, and then I'm just going to mix the colors, all values, using these Vasari paints that you know I love. So I have ivory black. This is phthalo blue green shade. And I forgot to check, I think Vasari usually does a plein air painting event in the month of September, October. I want to look into it because I would love to do that again. I did it last year, and what they let you do is go in and fill your palette with their paints so that you can experiment with all the colors. Oh my gosh, is that heavenly? Okay, So I'm really going to just mix up a set of values of these colors, starting with black. I'll add some of this blue into it. It's a really cool, like the bird looks very cool. Cool in many ways. Lighten it with this. I hear the birds outside. Oh, that's pretty. So I'm already feeling like I need a little bit of, I have it in Vasari. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of ultramarine blue out here too. Sorry, I missed the name of the blue. Oh, here, oh gosh, I wish I could lay them here, but I can't because they'd be in the way. So these are the colors that I'm using. So I have ivory black, silver point. It's really pretty gray. Phthalo blue green shade, and I just put out a little bit of ultramarine blue. I felt like I needed that, and white. So let's pull this down and add a little. You can see what I'm doing. Yes. Bit of a mess today. It's this thing. If anybody has suggestions for phone holders that would be better than what I'm using, that would be great. Okay, that's nice. Because I just see how that just shifted that color a little bit. Like I didn't want as dark as like the blacker value, but I needed a little bit of that. Now we'll put white in there. A little bit more ultramarine. So it'll be a really limited palette except for my underpainting. Okay. Now I'm going to lighten. I'm cleaning my palette knife off before I go back in here. Paper towel. Pull a little bit of this. Add white. Mixing colors is so much fun. Then I need, I'm coming your way, but this thing's in my way. So let me shift this just a little bit. It'll be fun to see how it turns out working in this method. Really nice. Okay, let me take the rest of this. Cool that. I have more. This is more of that same white I just had out. Before I made this plan 2 minutes ago, I shifted what I was planning to do at the last minute, which I do often. Good morning, Donna. Okay, that's going to be my entire palette for the painting. Maybe even the background. I don't know. I might change my mind about that, but I'm not sure. Oh, that's not too bad. Can you see that okay? Yeah. Good morning, Laura. Hi, Ellen. Okay. I need a sip of my coffee, and then... So now I'm thinking for like my transparent background, do I want to do pinks and yellows? Good morning, Rob. Or do I want to keep it all very, very neutral and just do like manganese blue hue and green? Maybe I'll do that. Why not? Or should I do all the colors? I don't know. Somebody answer and tell me. I can't decide. Either way would be fun. And I know there's a delay. All the colors or monochromatic? Not getting an answer yet. So stick to mono. Okay, that's it. I got a monochromatic answer. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do I'm going to do manganese blue hue where the bird is, and then I'm going to put some green in the background just so it shifts the colors a little bit. Sometimes when you shift up what you do with your painting, it makes it kind of fun again. Sometimes I feel like I need to change things up a bit. Good morning, Chris. Whoops, it's a little, my manganese blue hue is like a weird texture. It's kind of thick. You know, I forgot to make sure. I always have to make sure I have my panel wired and ready to hang. And sometimes I forget to check to make sure I have this going in the right direction. And I don't like redoing that. I don't like that part of prepping panels, and I just don't like doing it. So I always try never to make that mistake. All right, that looks good. And I'm going to do some green in the background, just so that'll be the differentiator a little bit of the colors that we put over top. Ooh, my house is quiet this morning. I always feel like my life is never quiet, so quiet sounds really loud to me when I hear it. There we go. That's a fun beginning, isn't it? Something a little different. So I'm closing up my medium. I don't need it anymore. Good morning, Dawn. Hi, Donna. I'm going to do my pigment sticks. I think I forgot last year. Kim, do you ever paint a live edge? I can't think of what that is right now. Tamara, is this gold? Oh, the color in the background, it's called a green gold. It's this, hardly have any of it left. It's a Rembrandt color called transparent green gold. A live edge. I know what a live edge shelf is. I can't think of what it is in painting. I know I should know. And since we're staying monochromatic, good morning, Emerson. Excuse me. I'm just going to use these similar colors. Not use any reds. I'll do a little green. And the blue. Let me get that out of my bin here. I need to order new pigment sticks. I'm getting low. That's never good. But it's always fun to order art supplies. Dangerous and fun. So what would you rather do? Go shopping for clothing or art supplies? That's a hard decision. It is where you wrap the painting around the edge. Oh, yes, I have. With large paintings on canvas, I do that. But I generally don't do it on these ampersand gesso boards. Okay, that's pretty fun. Art supplies. Allie says that she'd rather shop for art supplies. Of course, it all depends on where you're going shopping for clothing and what your budget is, maybe. But I love shop for art supplies. I need to go to an art store. Easy, go shopping for art supplies. Yes. All right, now I'm going to dive in, and it's, well, I guess let me do the eye first. Art supplies. I don't think anyone didn't say art supplies so far. I sure use them more than I would if I got clothing. I have art supplies I've had since college. Beth says, art supplies as I wear my new shoes and linen tops. There you go. I like that, Beth. I just end up getting paint on my new clothes anyway. So do I. Yep. Always. I have very few things that don't have paint on them. My daughter gave me a pair of shoes when I saw her last weekend. They're like Crocs, but they're plastic. And I was thinking I was going to wear them as my new art studio shoes. But they were kind of hot. But I might like that in the winter. I don't know what I was just going to say about them. But I wear slippers right now, which, you know, if someone comes to the door or whatever, I should actually have real shoes on. Nah. Real shoes are overrated. Okay, that gives me an idea where that is. I can put that little tiny brush down and dive in. You're getting video pauses. Uh-oh. I do birds and watercolor. Love all birds. Yes. I do love watercolor too. This comes over this way a little. Just when I teach, it might be a good idea to do a lesson where you don't start out with all the colors. It would simplify how you think about things. I like that idea. I'm doing it this way. This comes out most about right there. Do you ever paint birds on larger canvas? A little bit larger, but I really haven't. I should play around with it. It would be fun to do. Wouldn't say I don't for any particular reason. I don't know. Because I'm sure people would hang large birds in their homes if they're a bird lover. Be fun and quirky, right? Maybe I'll try that. To work for a gallery in town here in Lancaster called Red Raven. I'm going to have my artwork in there in October. And I need to make a series of work that are just for them, like that they'll only be for sale at Red Raven. And they have to be all new paintings. That might be a fun idea. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Close it. Thank you, Ellen, for giving her that suggestion. If nobody else is having trouble, I know I did there in the beginning. That's because I hit a button or something. Where did you say you were going to be this weekend in Pennsylvania? Rebecca, I will be coming up, I'll be at Lidditz Outdoor Fine Art Show, I think it's called, in Lidditz, Pennsylvania, which is probably an hour northwest of Philadelphia. That's 10 minutes from where I live, near Lancaster. And then the following 2 weekends, I'll be at Rehoboth Beach in Delaware. And then after that, I'll be at, it was reading a comment, I'll have to go back here. Where else? Oh, Mount Gretna, which is also like just south of Lebanon, which is only 20 minutes from where I live. Haha, in my area, Red Raven is a strip club. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Different Red Raven. I clicked off. Oh, Beth. Is it better now, Beth? I hope so. Congratulations about Miami show at the gallery. That's so exciting. Yes, that is exciting. So I'm with a gallery called Nepenthe in Alexandria, Virginia, and they submitted to have some work in like one of those big shows in Miami. And they're going to take some work down there. So we'll see how that goes. I want to go with them. I would love to walk the show and experience that. I think that would be so fun. What is your favorite brush? What brand? Flat Filbert. My favorite is flat, always flat, unless I'm painting eyes. And my two favorite brushes, I love a Trekell Spectrum 3000 Bright. This is as large as it comes. I always want a huge brush like this and can't find one. And then I love this Rosemary and Company. It's called a Short Eclipse Flat. And this is a number 12. So that's the size difference. But I'd love a really big one. Yes, I'm watching in the front porch of my vacay home in Ocean Springs. Oh, how lovely. Love that. Enjoy your vacation. So I've been playing around with, when I do paint large, I've been using Rosemary and Company. This brush. It's not quite the same. I'm not in love with it. But it works. It's working for me. Maybe it's me. Maybe I have to get used to a change. That could be. Usually not easy for me. Now this should, oh, there's a little glare on there, isn't there? Whenever I move the lights, then I can't see, but I should have all that glare. Hold on a second. Is that any better? Is it this light? Oh, there we go. It wasn't this light after all. I can turn that back. All right. I need to be my own art director. All the years I did art directing of things. Now I wish I could be behind the scenes art directing myself. I want to allow the background to have a little bit of personality too. I don't want it to all look too flat and smooth. R&F paint sticks today. Yeah, I did put some in. That's what that green is in there, Ellen. Bits of it. Yeah, I forgot. Did I forget last week, or was that an inspiring art? I forget. Inside of inspiring art, next time I did a commission of a baby, a portrait. And that's going to be our next lesson. I thought to film it while I was painting it, which was very efficient of me. All right, I like that so far. It's 8:25. I can't quite be ready for my lightest lights. Let me have a sip of my coffee. I don't have to hurry here. I don't know. I kind of feel like his head tilt looks different, doesn't it? This, I don't know why. It doesn't matter. It's not like I always say, they don't see the photo anyway. So your bird can turn out any way it wants to. Some of this that has a little bit more of the. Sometimes it's a little bit of the attitude or the tilt of the head that's hard to capture in a bird. So what should we? Is it a boy or a girl? I always have to look up. I never know what kinds of birds are, how to know if they're a male or a female. So I often look that up. I do like learning about it. I like your bird's head tilt better. Okay, good. Then I won't even worry about that. I'm getting a paper towel to clean my brush. I clean my brush in between all the time. I kind of like that crazy mix of color right there. I don't know if I want to get rid of it. I think this beak part needs to come over this way a little bit more. Did I miss something here? Male birds typically have the most color. I love your birds. Thank you. Yep, they do. I don't know why that is. That's a little light right there. This looks a little too light in here. The bird in the photo looks a lot more purple, doesn't it? It's coming along great. Yeah, I like how it looks. It's fun. Oh, no, wait, I have a lot of hair. They're fancier to attract the female. Yes, yes. You do need that added fanciness. I always say it's good too as you're painting, like you get to a point where it's good to maybe even stop looking at your reference image and just paint what you feel like the painting needs. That looks pretty cool. A little bit of paint over here. I have to keep my edge clean too, because then I don't have to clean it up later. Yeah, that's good. Just make it your own. Yeah, that's the best part. All right, let's work on the eye a little bit, and then I think I can go in and work on my lightest lights soon. Fewer colors makes for a simpler process for painting, I believe. And the other trick is making sure the eye is big enough, not too big, not too small. That looks about right to me. Morning, Kate. Yeah, see you soon. See you in Rehoboth. That'll be fun. But I need a little more definition. Now I've got to go thin that out a little bit. So I put that lighter color in there, and now I'm going to take the darker color and go around it so it'll thin it out. Because with my paintbrush, unless I had a much thinner brush, but I don't have a much steadier hand. That's the part I'm lacking, the steady hand. So that was a good way of doing that. I feel, he could use just a little bit of A little less black underneath there. That helps give it his eye to look more realistic. Yeah, love his eye. Okay, so now I can go a little bit lighter. Let me make sure. I love this, but I feel like it's a little distracting. The one color that was up there. Yeah, I like that. Oh, you're great. There we go. All right, do I go with my lace lights? Good morning, Kim. Irma says, which medium are you using these days? Did you ever find Zested again? Nope, I gave up on Zested and haven't looked. And my two options are either liquid, which I don't love the smell of, but it does make the paintings dry more quickly, which in the middle of art show season is a really good thing. Or the mix of Gamsol and linseed oil, which I use more often when I'm painting large. Lean on puller stick. Yes, I need to get one of those. I don't own one of those leaning things. I should add that to my wish list from Santa Claus, I guess. That would be good because I'd lean it right here and paint. I don't know why I don't have one of those. I think I started to buy one time and never finished deciding what to get. So I'm going to do some plein air painting in September, and that would probably come in handy. Of course, then I'd have to carry it around with me. A little lazy like that. Well, that looks good. It's funny, I'm looking in to see what you're seeing in here. I feel like it needs to be darker underneath here. Jackson's still showing it is out of stock this week. Oh, really? You mean the Zest? Maybe, though. I think it's a shipping issue. I don't think it's that they have it or don't have it. I think it's that it's like, I always think, you know how when you go to the post office all the time, they say, do you have anything in there that's dangerous or liquid or lithium batteries or any of those things? And I'm always afraid that sometime I'm accidentally going to go in there. That's like a nightmare of like going to school without your shoes on and thinking, oh no, my package is filled with liquid, dangerous chemicals and lithium batteries. And I say yes. And then what will happen? Like, will they take me into a dark back room and ask me questions about why I'm shipping this stuff and then add hundreds and hundreds of dollars to my cost that I didn't estimate for when I was making the work? Oh, that's silly. Sorry about that. I do think about that in the post office. Those ladies are my friend. I think they would be quite nice to me if I accidentally came in with all the wrong stuff. I am a regular. I need to go there today with a few paintings. I think Zested is made in UK. Yep, shipping could be a problem. Yeah, I feel like shipping never used to be. I mean, I understand if it's a hazardous chemical, but I sort of felt like it wasn't that bad. I used to always be able to get it, but things you used to be able to do, you can't do anymore. That's just how it is. Things change. Like I said to my mother-in-law, who wanted me to get her a rotary telephone yesterday, and I said they don't make them anymore. Oh, Michael said to Ellen, Jackson's will show out of stock for products they don't ship to America. Oh, that makes sense, Michael. Yeah, my mother-in-law was wishing for a rotary phone. She's been having phone issues. I'm like, you can't even get them anymore. I still think there's a lot of money to be made to make things for older people. And I know they do a lot of it, but there are so many things like that my mother-in-law can't quite Like she wants to be on FaceTime. Like things like that are challenging for her though. Like telephones that are super simple. Like a remote control for a television that you can only set to like 5 channels. On, off, 5 channels, that's it. That's what she needs. Check. Oh, rotary phone, yeah. Because she thinks that if she had that, she'd be able to dial the numbers better. But I'm guessing it would probably actually be worse because she'd be waiting for that little thing to go do back around, and she'd forget what number she already did the last time. I don't think it would be good. Of course, I still have a landline. How many of you guys still have landlines at your house? Allie says, yesterday an older woman was trying to pay with a check at the supermarket and the cashier didn't even know what to do. Yes, my mother-in-law only just recently gave up paying with checks at the grocery store. There's something to be said for the simplicity of it, but I said things change and we're not going backwards, so. Anita still has a landline too. Yeah, I need to get rid of mine, but of course then I need to redo my kitchen, so when that happens, I think we'll get rid of the landline. This is just still bothering me a little bit right here, but I like the color of it. I'm beginning to understand. We just got rid of our landline and regret it. Oh, you do, Irma? How come? Someone told me they still have theirs because it's hooked to like their, like, what's it called? Like a security system is still hooked to their landline. I haven't had a landline for a dozen years. Well, you also moved, Ellen. That probably helped you get rid of that kind of stuff out of your world. I haven't moved in 31 years. Isn't that crazy? I haven't had a landline for over a decade, but I worry. Oh, you worry like if our phones went out, you wouldn't call. But even if I could call people, if something happened, like who would answer, right? I don't know. And you don't know anyone's phone numbers anymore either. My cell phone never works in our house. Half the time it doesn't ring. Mine rings all the time. Too often. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is this green too dominant? Is it enough that it's a splash of excitement, or is it a distraction? I'm just thinking out loud. We live in the Smoky Mountains, and my husband goes on call for work. Cell phones don't always work here. Yeah, then that is good to have the landline. Yeah, I guess it is good to have them. But you think about it, you don't even know. Like, I don't even know my kids' cell phone numbers by heart. You used to know everybody's number by heart. Isn't that a fun term, by heart? I do love the green. It is pretty. What could he do by heart, this handsome fellow that we haven't named yet? Whenever I hear something like that, I write it down a bit more purple. This blue, I think this is what might look purple. It is kind of fun, kind of more monochromatic, isn't it? This. I never have trouble remembering my own phone number. Oh, yes, you have trouble remembering. Your numbers probably changed, though, too. Yeah, I still use, like, my number sometimes for passwords and stuff. My phone number from when I was a kid at my dad's house. I I still have that embedded in my memory, but I don't know my own children's numbers because you never dial them. But I do love FaceTime. That was an amazing invention because I don't like to talk on the phone at all. Like if I don't have something to look at, I get really bored. I think Mr. Darcy, that's a fun name. Your painting outshines the reference photo. Amazing. Thank you, Ellen. No, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, well. I have no idea what I was just talking about. Couldn't have been important. Funny, I can recite my childhood number 2, yeah. And we used them for so long. Gosh, when you're in the middle of childhood, doesn't it seem quick, but no, it's the other way around. It went quickly. This bird is stunning. Thank you. Am I finished? I could fuss with the left side of his eye a little bit, and this is distracting me a little. It needs to be softened ever so slightly. You will really love FaceTime. Yes, when you have grandkids. And I love it with my mother-in-law, too. It's like I can have a visual to see how she's doing. She doesn't live far at all from me, but I still like to FaceTime, although she often doesn't have her face. She forgets to put her face in the within the camera, so we just see the top of her head. I don't know why I'm talking about her so much today. She's going to be 95 in October. Something reminded me of her today. Okay, and the tilt's good. I love it. Do you see anything that I'm missing? I even like that little dot of color right there. I love when little unexpected things happen. Did that because I fussed in there and I don't like fussy. Should I do anything with the background? I like it the way it is. I could do a little more light pops in here. I used very little of my lightest light color that I mixed here. Yeah, I think I do need to get a mall stick. Handsome. He is handsome. Yeah, the colors really did turn out neat. That was a fun way to paint. Very fun. Okay, I think I'm finished. I don't think that anything I do is going to make it any better. It's just going to change it. So I'm going to sign my name. I'll show it to you up close. When you're saying back when coffee was a nickel. Yes, I'm fussing. No fussing. So there's my reference. There's my, you can see the brush strokes a little bit better up close. That little beak is so fun. And then there's my very simple palette. So it really was a monochromatic painting of blues and a little bit of green in the background. That was it. So a couple minutes early, but thanks for coming and hanging out with me today. It was fun. If you'd like to be on my newsletter list, if you aren't already, just send me a DM and I'll add you to it. I was working on a blog post today of my ramblings, my crazy ramblings. So I wish you a fun and creative day, and we'll see you again next week. Thanks for coming, guys. Bye. Thank you.